welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a get ready with me video / Q&A. I asked you guys for questions on Instagram and I'm really excited to answer them. For my makeup look, I'm going to be doing this blend of yellow and orange eyeshadow, which I posted on my Instagram also. It looks like this. Okay, so let's move on to the makeup and the questions. I'm going to get myself a little bit situated here. For my foundation, I use this IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Cream. And then for my brows, I use my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade in Ash Brown. I always use this. I'm going to prime my eyes really quickly. And then find the first question. Trans Susan asked, how would you describe your music taste and who are you listening to right now? So my music taste, I really like R&B. I love R&B. I love hip-hop and I guess a little bit of pop, just pretty much anything that you can sing along to. I love songs like that, so I guess that's how I would describe my music taste. I did start posting like songs that I like on Instagram also, so if you want to know like what I'm listening to, I do that post every Monday by 10 p.m. Pacific time. You can look out for that. You can also take a peek at my Spotify playlist. I always leave it linked in the description box and you can kind of see what I'm into. There's actually a lot of K-pop songs on my playlist right now because I've been really into K-pop pretty much the entire year. I think the reason that I like K-pop, even though I can't really sing along to it because it's in Korean, is because it does sound like R&B and I really miss like hearing R&B on the radio. So I really get that from the K-pop songs that are out right now. And I think I like songs that are like really moody. You'll see when you take a look at my playlist what I mean. And when you look at my Instagram posts, like you'll see what kind of songs I like and what I'm into right now. So I just put a little bit of this Spotlight eyeshadow. It's just like a creamy color just as a base for my eyes. And then for the yellow, I'm going to use the Makeup Forever Aqua XL color paint and just apply that all over my lids with my fingers. Forest SPXRXT, I think it's supposed to say Forest Spirit. Favorite K-pop group / bias member. So I wanted to answer this question because I love answering this question, and also we're like talking about music right now, so I thought it was good placement for this question. My favorite K-pop group, for those of you who've been following me for a little bit now, it's BTS. I love BTS. They really got me into K-pop. Like, I started listening to them first, and then after that I just started exploring other groups and other K-pop singers. As for my bias, I've definitely shared this on my channel before. I really do love them all, but when it comes to my bias, it has to be V. He started off as my bias wrecker, and now he's my bias. Next question comes from SD Likes Berry. How do you edit your photos? That's a very good question and I wish I could really tell you, but it's different every time I edit my photos. Like, I have so many different apps on my phone that I play around with. But right now, the way that I edit my photos is that I really like having a fade to them and also green, like adding green to the photos. Those are the only two consistent things that I kind of do right now. Next question comes from It's Me Yo-Yor. I'm studying in the UK, but I'm Asian. Any tips on blending in? And I actually really like this question. At first I was like, how would someone blend in when everyone around you is so different? You wanting to blend in is pretty much you asking to be invisible because there's just no way that you can blend in. So my advice for you, although it might be a little bit hard, is that if you already stand out for something you love and go all in, because you're gonna stand out no matter what. But do you want to stand out for being like the Asian girl that no one really knows like what you like? No, right? Like, why don't you stand out for, let's say, like if you really love fashion, like stand out for having like amazing fashion taste. Or if you're really passionate about sports or something, like stand out for being like a really great athlete. Like, don't want to blend in because that's you wanting to be invisible, and that is really sad, and I don't want you to feel like you need to be invisible. Stand out and be known for something you love, that you want to be known for. I know it's so easy to want to blend in, like that was me, I totally get it, but looking back at it, I wish I didn't want to blend in. I wish I just had the confidence to be myself and express all the things that I love and be known for that. So that's kind of my advice to you. Okay, now I'm just going to take the gold color from my Modern Renaissance palette, Primavera, and apply that loosely on top of this yellow. I think that'll just help it blend a little bit more because I'm gonna apply the orange on top. Next question comes from Hey Annie. Were you at any point embarrassed to tell your friends you started a YouTube channel? If so, why? How did you handle it? Also, did your friends, those that don't work on social media, understand your pursuit of YouTube? Were they supportive? Honestly, yes, I was embarrassed about having a YouTube channel. I started off blogging first, and when I shared it publicly, I wasn't in school anymore, so I didn't see a lot of people every day. I was definitely embarrassed to tell people at work because it's like such a professional setting. But once I started pursuing YouTube full-time and telling my friends about it, everyone was so supportive. A lot of my friends were like, finally, you're doing this, like you're making a decision for your own. They were like really happy for me that I was doing something that I love, because I think they had known I was really unhappy for a long time because I felt so lost. So when I moved out to LA, all my friends were super supportive and just really happy for me. Of course, they were like looking out for me and wanted to make sure that I could support myself, but everyone has been really great about it. And I'm not so much embarrassed to tell my friends, but like it was so hard telling people at work like the reason that I wanted to quit and stuff, just because like it's so different from what I was doing in a corporate office. Now I'm not too uncomfortable about it. Like sometimes I'll still get nervous when I meet people and I'm like, oh, I make YouTube videos and stuff, but it's not something to be embarrassed about, is what I'm trying to tell myself. Like I'm still trying to learn that like this is cool, you know, I love doing this and I love meeting people through social media and I love sharing what I love, and it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I think like sometimes when you tell people though, it gets hard because they don't understand it and they're confused and they think it's weird. I think that's when it gets kind of uncomfortable, I guess, or like makes me a little embarrassed, but honestly, I love this and I shouldn't feel embarrassed, so I'm still kind of learning for myself, like, to be comfortable. Truthfully, like, I don't think I meet that many people who don't work in social media or fashion or beauty in some way, so there aren't many opportunities to, like, exercise that. I think that's why I do still get embarrassed, because I don't meet that many people where I have to explain what I do, and they just don't get it. So now I'm taking the orange color paint from Makeup Forever and applying that on the outer V of my eyes. So first I applied it on like the back of my hand. Look how opaque that is. Isn't that amazing? Then I took this Lexi Mini round brush to help me like dab it onto my eyes. Then I'm using a tapered brush to blend it outwards. Each brush does something different. Having the right tools makes such a huge difference. Okay, next question comes from Cynthia J.K. Lee. How did you learn to edit videos, and would you potentially do a how I edit my videos video, room tour, and more outfit videos, please? That's so sweet. Well, the first time I ever learned to edit videos was when I was watching Karen edit one of her videos, and she was trying to tell me like, you know, you should do YouTube videos, it's like so easy to edit and blah blah blah. So I was like, okay, let me watch you do it and give it a try. And honestly, if Karen never told me that, never showed it to me, my life would be so different right now. After that, I pretty much just, okay, I should do eyeliner while I'm talking. But after that, I just learned by editing, just like having videos to edit and just trying different things, like getting familiar with Final Cut, and that's pretty much how I learned. I get a lot of questions on how I edit, and there isn't really one way on how I learned to edit. It's just playing around with it and seeing like what each effect does and how you can use it. I also use a lot of Photoshop. I took a year of graphic design classes in my high school because it was part of their magnet program, which I really hated being in that magnet program, but now it's like, you know, it's come full circle. I'm so glad I did it now. And then your question about if I would ever do a how I edit my videos video, I would love to do that one day. I don't think I would do it anytime soon. It's just I feel like I want to do that when I feel like I've made a ton of really great videos. And okay, sorry about that guys, I had to stop talking to fill in my eyeliner because I couldn't concentrate. You know, it's not that I don't want to share how I edit with you guys. I'm not trying to keep that a secret in any way, because I would gladly answer any editing questions that you guys have, and I try my best to answer like questions that I get in the comments on how I edit and stuff. It's just that I just don't feel like I'm at the point where I should be making a video like that. I want to be able to just grow more and like make consistently really good videos, and then I would feel comfortable sharing, like doing a whole video on that. And then I think you also asked about room tour. That also I just don't think I'm ready for yet because my room is a mess. Oh, and for eyeliner I use the Dolly Wink eyeliner brush tip and also the M Cosmetics brush tip. How did you choose what major you wanted for colleges and why? I'm currently debating becoming a pharmacist or an EMT, but a part of me also wants to do marketing. So when I was applying to UC's, which is the University of California school system here, I applied as a political science major. So I was taking like political science classes. I also took like English classes because I thought I wanted to be a writer. I found out political science, poli-sci, wasn't for me because I would go to class and I would see all these students who were super excited about politics. And seeing how other people were so passionate about it and how I didn't have that same passion for it, like that really spoke to me. That made me realize like that's not for me. For English, I decided not to pursue like an English major because I was looking at the career paths, and I think what I felt, whether or not this is true or not, was that I either had to be a professor or a successful writer or both in order to live comfortably. And I did not want to be a professor, and I wasn't sure if I was that great at writing. Like I love to write here and there, but as a job, like I don't know if I would enjoy it as much. That's kind of how I made the decision not to pursue those career paths. I ended up being an economics and communications double major, and that's what I graduated in. How I decided on that was I wanted to pursue something more creative that allowed me to you know, express myself, and I felt like marketing was the best way to do it. And we didn't have a marketing major, so economics is kind of the closest thing to it. And then later on, I just decided to take a communications class and found out that I really enjoyed it. Like I love learning about media. I've always been into pop culture and how it influences society, how it influences people. And I just kind of stumbled upon it and liked it a lot. So my advice to you for figuring out what to major in is just try to dabble in everything and like gain that experience. If you can, like shadow a pharmacist or something, shadow a marketer and see how you like it, see what they do day to day, and if you can imagine yourself doing that for pretty much the rest of your life, unless you change career paths. But you can't really decide without knowing like what it's like firsthand. So that's kind of my advice to you, is just to get that experience and learn as much as you can, and really consider if it's the right place for you, or like if you're chasing some kind of an ideal. Okay, now I'm going to move on to contouring, and I actually already powdered my face earlier with the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores translucent powder, and for contour I'm going to use my Burberry contour stick in medium. I'm so sorry guys, my camera cut out while I was contouring, but I just used the contour stick like down the sides of my nose and the sides of my face, and then I blended it out with this contouring brush from Real Techniques, and also my Luxie contour brush. So now I'm going to do my blush, and I'm actually going to use M Cosmetics Lip Cloud in Faded Clementine as a blush, because I don't really have one that's good for this eye color because it's yellow, it's orange, so I'm going to use their orange lip color. So I'm just applying a little bit on the back of my hand and taking like 2 fingers to grab that, and then just applying it on the cheeks. And what I find really helpful is actually using a stippling brush to blend it in. That's what I did yesterday, and just blends it out really nicely. Okay, so that's pretty much it for blush. For highlighter, I'm going to use this one from Ofra. I want to use a gold color to kind of go with like the orange and yellow. It looks like that. I'm taking my fan brush from Tarte and just putting it here. I'm not going to bring it down to my cheeks. I used to do that, but I realized I get really oily in this area, so I don't want to enhance that oiliness. Oh my god. Was that a lot? That looked like a lot. I'm going to use Jouer Lip Creme in the color Buff, and this is just a nude pinky color. It's pretty much just going to act as my base, and then I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Faded Lip... I can't talk today. I'm going to use the M Cosmetics Infinite Lip Cloud in Faded Clementine on top. It doesn't really match with this eye color right now, but it will. So I'm just applying that in the center. And then I'm gonna dab it out with my fingers. I wanna give it a really soft look. It looks so pretty. So this is the finished makeup look. Hopefully I answered a lot of your guys' questions. If you guys are interested in more Q&As from me, or like Q&As revolving around a specific topic, then let me know in the comments down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learning how I did this makeup look. I really love it. I love it so much. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber already and you want to see more videos from me. Thank you so much guys for watching. I will see you guys in Thursday's video. Bye!